Good day, grade 11 students. How is everyone? I hope that you're all doing fine despite the pandemic that we are experiencing right now. I know this is a challenge for every one of us, but I hope that we are going to overcome whatever these challenges are so that we will be successful. By the way, I am Mrs. Rowena Diputado, your subject teacher in 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. So I am recording this video in order to give you a clear idea of what you are going to do in this subject. Whether you are having the modular, printed modular, the online or the offline delivery. So please listen carefully, and I hope that while you're listening, you will have with you your module. Okay? So I know that by now, those who are opting for the printed modality are having their modules right now. Am I right? Okay. For those who are choosing online or offline, still, please listen to this video so that you will be guided on what you are going to do. Okay? So for those who are having the printed, this is the module. It may seem backward there, but please have it with you while we discuss on what to do, okay? And aside from the module, please also prepare a sheet of paper where you can take down notes on whatever I am going to say. Is that okay? Okay, so let's start. So there are 39 pages in this particular module. So the first page, we have the cover page. So let's take a look at the module. Okay, so please go to page 3. So on page 3, you have there the introduction of what this subject is. So this is a core subject in the senior high school. And then module 1 is about Philippine literary history. Okay, please take note. And then let's go to page 4. Now on pages 4 to 5, you are guided on what are the parts and the corresponding with the icons. Okay, so you are going to be guided that there are parts to this module which you are going to accomplish. Okay, number 1, we have the pre-test. Then we have what I need to know, what's in, what's new, what I can do, what I have learned, what's more, the post-test, and then of course, you'll be able to check with the key. Okay, so please be reminded that when you are using this module, do not write anything on this module. You should have to use a separate answer sheet. So what could be that answer sheet? It could be a bond paper. Okay? So let's be unified. Use a long sheet of bond paper for your answers for the printed. For those who are taking the online or offline, you can encode your answers still in a long sized or 14-inch bond paper. Is that clear? Okay, so I have discussed already page 4 and 5. Now let's go to page 6. So this is day 1. Okay, are you following? Please follow with your module. For those who are having the offline, please, you may also go back to this instruction later on and then browse through your copy of the module. Okay? Okay, so on pages 6 to 7, so you have there the pre-test. This is day 1. So you are going to answer numbers 1 to 15 on pages 6 and 7. Okay, are you going to copy the questions? No, definitely no. You are just going to, okay, use letters as your answer. By the way, what is the format in your answer sheet? So it looks like this. Is it clear? Okay, let me explain. Now, on this bond paper, this will serve as your answer sheet. You are going to have here in the upper corner on the left side, you will write your name. followed by the subject, which is 21st century literature from the Philippines and the world. Then on the right side, you will write or you will indicate your strand. Okay, what is your strand? Example, your grade 11 STEM A. And then underneath, you are going to write lesson number. Okay, see that here? Okay, lesson number and week number. So for lesson number 1, you will be answering this from October 12, that is Monday, until 16, that is Friday. But actually, there are only 4 days to this, but it's up to you whether you are going to extend your time for that given week for this subject. Okay? So you will have this format in your answer sheet. So again, your name, and then your the subject, which is 21st century, your strand, and the lesson and week number. Okay, am I too fast? So I hope not, but you can always go back to this video if you have some things you need to clarify. Okay, so let's go back to the module. For the pre-test, you are going to answer 1 to 15 on pages 6 to 7. Okay? So, just letters only. Now, do not worry with this part of the test. This is only to find out what you know about 21st century literature. Okay? So, this is for day 1. So, you can do this on a single day. And then, let's go to page 8 to 12. Okay, please go through your module. Okay, on pages 8 to 12, you have there, this is about lesson 1. So take note, you have there, Philippine literary history. Okay, so as you can see, you have under what I need to know, these are the things that you will be learning as you go through lesson 1. Okay? Okay. So for what's in, you are going to copy the table. Okay, again in your answer sheet, you will copy what's in. So classify me, you will copy here underneath. Just label. So you have to label everything that you are answering. Is that okay? Okay, now, so for day 2, it could be Tuesday. Okay. You are going to read. There will be a lot of reading that you will be doing for day 2. So you will read on page 9. Okay, so of course, don't forget, you have to do first what's in. So follow the instructions here and you write your answer on your answer sheet. Separate answer sheet. Okay. Now for day 2, you have to read through why study literature. So you have to comprehend on your own, go back and read if you cannot easily digest on a single reading. Okay? So page 10, it's discussing here the 2 forms of literature. I don't need to discuss it here. You will just have to read on your own and understand on your own. Okay? So you have Philippine literature and the periods of Philippine literature, starting from the pre-colonial period, Spanish colonial period, American colonial period, Japanese period, and then to the contemporary period. Okay. Now on page 12, okay, please go to page 12. You can see there what I can do. So there is a crossword puzzle. What are you going to do with the crossword puzzle? Okay, so you don't need to copy everything. Again, on your answer sheet, you have to copy only the crossword format. Okay, it's just label. You write there what I can do, crossword. And then you answer. So where would you get your answers? So these are taken from what you have read. Okay, in day 2. So is that for day 2 only? Yes, but you can always extend if ever you have in control of your time. So don't worry, you are learning on your own, so you have control of your time. What is important is you digest at your own pace. Okay? So next we have on page 13. Now this is the crucial part. Why? If you are going to ask me why, because this is now a performance task. And bear in mind, I will be recording this as with the other exams. Okay? So on page 13, you have there, what I have learned. Okay, so are you going to answer this? Yes, definitely in your answer sheet. Okay. Now for day 3, you are instructed to write an inspiring letter to the Filipino people, encouraging them to read and use literature as a source of strength and comfort. Okay, so where are you going to write your letter? Okay, use a separate bond paper. What is the size? Long size of bond paper. Okay, so once you're done with the writing of your letter, you will just attach at the back of your first answer sheet. Okay, so you staple that together, and then now you may be wondering or maybe confused on how you are going to write the letter. Don't worry, because the instructions are all given there. And also there is a rubric. What do you mean by rubric? Rubric means the standards of how you are going to push through with your letter writing. Okay? So that is for day 3. That is task 1 of day 3. So you will be asking, is there task 2? Yes, that's still for day 3. Day 3 is going to be with 2 tasks. Task 1, writing the letter, and task 2 is on page 14. Okay, please open your module. For those who are having the offline, you may check through the link or through the what has been sent to you as a material. Okay, so for task 2, you are asked to write a poem. Okay, very challenging for those who like to write. This is an opportunity for you. For those who do not like to write, what is going to happen? You have to do this. This is your challenge. Okay, so on page 14, you are going to write a 7-line poem. Now, don't worry, because the rubrics, the standards for writing this is given on page 15. So please be guided. Okay, the format is in the form of a star. How unique is that? Okay, so you may copy this. Where are you going to write this? Still on another sheet of paper. Meaning to say, on your what you're going to pass or to submit to the teacher, there are 3 pages. First page are the exams, pre-test, what I can do, and then for the second page is going to be the letter and the poem. Okay. Now, ma'am, I want to maximize on the paper. You can do so. I'm not forcing you to use another sheet as long as it is neat, it is clean. So no problem with me. Okay, so finally, page 16. So on page 16, this is the last task you will be doing for the week. And what is the task? You will be writing to a friend a postcard. Now you may be wondering, what's a postcard? Okay, you do your research on what is a postcard. Okay? So this is the time for you to be creative. Okay, so here, you are going to write your postcard where? On a piece of paper. It's up to you. I want to be creative, ma'am. I want to create something which is a pop-up postcard. It's up to you. But the problem now is how you're going to submit that. I will discuss that later. Okay, so there you have it. I have explained day 1, day 2, 3, and 4. And that is for the first week only. From October, let me check. Okay, that is from October 12 to 16, 2020. So for those who are using printed, you can use a paper And this, for those who are online and offline, you can encode or you can take a picture of your work, okay? So for the first week only. Now how about for the second week, third week? Okay, don't worry about that. I'll be discussing that again in my next video. Okay, so for the first week, do not forget to indicate in your daily learning log. Remember, there are, how many subjects do you have? If you have 8 subjects, you should have also 8 daily learning logs. So for my subject, you have to accomplish what you have done for day 1, what you have done for day 2, and so on. Okay? So when am I going to collect all of this? So I'll be collecting on a weekly basis. Now, as much as possible, if this is within your capacity, I hope you are going to email to me your answers. Now, for those who really cannot do so due to financial or whatever circumstances you're having, so you can send that over to school, but that would be too risky, don't you think? So if you prefer, you can always email or take a picture and send to me privately. Okay, you know my Facebook. It's Wing Dips. Okay, don't laugh. I just like the name Wing Dips. So you search and you PM me as long as you indicate your real name, so that your strand, so that I will be able to really know which grade 11 strand you belong. Okay, so thank you so much, students. If you are having a difficulty in doing this task, do not hesitate to send me a message and ask for help. I'll do whatever I can, and also please work on your task honestly, because we are enrolled in order to learn, not in order to cheat. Okay? So thank you and have a safe and healthy week.